Come on, man, push harder. You got this. Don't let her win.
Sarah had learned a long time ago that silence could be louder than shouting. It was the kind of lesson life forces on you when people look past you, talk over you, and decide who you are before you even open your mouth. The biker bar smelled like leather, smoke, and spilled beer. Laughter bounced off the wooden walls, loud and careless. Heavy boots thudded across the floor, and every table seemed to carry a story soaked in adrenaline and pride. When Sarah walked in, the noise didn't stop. But it shifted. Eyes followed her, not welcoming, not curious, judging. She wasn't built like them. She didn't try to be. No patches on her jacket, no roaring engine outside, no need to prove anything. Still, she walked like she belonged anywhere she chose to stand. A few men leaned back in their chairs, whispering. One chuckled. She lost, someone muttered. We're looking for attention, another replied. Sarah heard it. She always did. And she ignored it. She always did. She moved toward the counter, calm, steady, her expression unreadable. But there was something in her eyes, not anger, not fear. Knowing. The kind of knowing that comes from surviving more than people assume. The arm wrestling table sat near the center of the bar, a place where egos came to flex and pride got bruised. Around it stood the biggest men in the room. Heavy shoulders, tattooed arms, faces carved by years of road and rough living. And at the center of them was Dean. Leader of the crew. Massive, confident, the kind of man used to winning without question. He noticed Sarah immediately, not because she demanded attention, because she didn't. That unsettled him. You lost, sweetheart. Dean called, voice loud enough for the room to hear. A few laughs followed. Sarah turned slowly, meeting his eyes. No, she said simply. Just passing through. Her voice was steady, calm. It carried. Dean smirked, stepping closer, flexing his hand as if reminding the room what power looked like. Then pass through somewhere else, he said. This place isn't for. He stopped, because Sarah was still looking at him. Not defensive, not intimidated, just certain. The smirk faltered for half a second, enough for the room to feel it. Someone nearby tapped the arm wrestling table. Let her try, a voice teased. More laughter. Dean leaned forward, resting his elbow on the table. You think you can take me? He asked. The challenge hung in the air. Sarah looked at his hand, then back at his face. I don't think, she replied. I know. That did it. The bar erupted. Whistles, shouts, disbelief. Dean laughed loudly, dropping into the chair. All right then, he said. Let's see it. The crowd tightened around them, forming a circle. Phones came out. Bets started flying. Sarah rolled her sleeve slowly, revealing a toned forearm. Not oversized, not exaggerated. Just strong. Real strength. Earned. She sat across from him and placed her elbow on the table. Their hands met. Locked. Dean squeezed first, testing, confident, already expecting to overpower her. But her hand didn't move. Not even a twitch. The noise dimmed. People leaned closer. Dean's smile faded slightly as he pushed harder. Nothing. Sarah's expression didn't change. No strain. No grimace. Just focus. Seconds stretched. Then Dean pushed again. Harder this time, muscles tightening, jaw clenching. Still nothing. A murmur rippled through the crowd. What? Is he trying? Dean's arm trembled now. Not hers. His. For the first time, uncertainty flashed across his face. Sarah leaned in slightly, her voice low so only he could hear. Strength isn't always loud, she said. Sometimes it's quiet. Patient. Waiting. And then, she pushed. Slow. Controlled. Relentless. Dean's arm dropped inch by inch, his face twisting with effort, disbelief flooding his eyes. The room went silent. Until, slam. His hand hit the table. Cheers exploded. Shouts filled the bar. Phones lifted higher. Dean sat frozen, breathing hard, staring at their hands as if they belonged to someone else. Sarah released him and stood. No celebration. No gloating. Just calm. Respectful. She adjusted her sleeve and stepped back. The crowd parted this time, not out of judgment. Out of respect. Dean looked up at her, pride bruised, but something else in his expression now. Understanding. Who are you? He asked. Sarah paused near the door, glancing back. Someone you underestimated, she said. Just like everyone else. And then she walked out. The night air wrapped around her as the bar noise faded behind. She didn't smile. Didn't need to. Because this was never about proving she was stronger than them. It was about reminding the world that strength comes in forms people don't always recognize. And Sarah had carried hers her whole life. If you love the way she showed strength, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell us where.